Welcome back. It is Friday, December 30th in the NBA. My 5 favorite picks are on the way. Let's dive into a recap from yesterday, a 3-in-1 day. Kawhi Leonard goes over in points. Kevin Porter Jr. under in points. Was sweaty, but he gets it done. Emmanuel quickly, our added play of the day, goes over in PRAs. He just does that with points alone. And then our one loss was the SGA, LaMelo, and Rozier same game parlay. Rozier does not get it done. We needed 15 points from him. He ends with 10. But that's 9-3 over the last 3 days. That's 3 straight winning days. We've been profitable on 15 of the last 17 NBA slates. We've been dialed in. Let's keep it going today. If you are new, my name's Austin. Welcome to the Call in Our Shot community. If you want to do me a favor, go down below, hit that subscribe button, drop a like too, comment your favorite picks in the comments. You guys know the drill. Look, we're closing on 64,000 subscribers. Can we hit that today? Share the channel with your friends. Let's dive in. If we helped you make some money over this last, 17 NBA slates, or if you're just brand new, consider becoming a COS All-Star. It's our YouTube membership. Only costs $2.99 a month, sometimes $3.99 a month, depending on where you are. But the biggest perk, you get all our plays early. We're moving lines left and right. So if you want to become a COS All-Star, get all our plays early, probably in 90 minutes before the videos drop, definitely go down below, hit that join button. You get a couple extra other perks, and I'll shout your name out at the end of the video. Probably butcher your name as well. It's time to lock in. We're not adding a play today. Yesterday I said that, and we did end up adding one. But look, today, 5 is my max. No added plays. A little bit busy this afternoon. Let's dive into our favorite plays. Start with this first one. Tyler Hero. I like his over 19.5 points, which is minus 111 on Caesars. I'd probably play this up to 20.5 if you need to. And if you want to take like PRA line for Mr. Hero, certainly fine with that. Now, Hero in the Heat on the road in Denver, taking on the Nuggets. This should be a fast-paced game. A lot of points to be scored. Now, the Heat slowly getting healthier and healthier. Jimmy Butler should be here. Kyle Lowry should be active. Bam Adebayo should be out there. And that's fine, but I still expect Hero to get his. Now, he's averaging 21 points per game, so just a hair above this line. But he also has been better on the road than at home, where they're obviously on the road today. Averaging 22.6 on the road compared to just 19.7 at home. Now, he scored 20-plus points in 15 of 27 games played, and he's done pretty well when we've seen Jimmy Butler active. In fact, he's averaged 21.6 points per game with Jimmy Butler active, scoring 20-plus in 10 of 16 games. Now, technically, they've played 17 games together this year, but one game Hero got injured and he only played 10 minutes. I'm not going to count that against him. And if he gets injured, obviously, that's a way you can cash an under, but I don't see him getting injured today. Now, Hero is under this line in 2 straight games with 14 and 18 points. Getting close, and the field goal attempts are there. 19 and 17 field goal attempts the last 2 games. Still going under, but he's shooting a good amount, and that's all we can ask for. Now, Hero been out good on the road. Like I said, he scored 35, 41, and 21 points in his last 3 road games, hitting the over in all 3. And it's a fast-paced game versus a Denver Nuggets team which struggles to defend opposing guards. Now, they're really bad against opposing point guards, giving up the most points per game to point guards, but I don't expect Kyle Lowry to go absolutely berserk, and we see a guy like Hero gonna have the ball in his hands a good amount, and we've seen point guards destroy them because point guards have the ball in their hands a lot. Seen over the last 2 games, we saw De'Aaron Fox go for 26 and 31 points against the Nuggets. We also saw his teammate Malik Monk drop 33 off the bench. 17 of the last 25 guards with 15 or more field goal attempts versus Denver have scored 20-plus points. I think Hero has a great spot tonight. I think he's certainly going to be shooting a lot. This should be a pretty close game. I don't expect either of these 2 teams to blow out the other. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Hero's going to be out there shooting 15 to 20 times. Certainly think he can get his 20 points. I think this line's a little bit too low. Take Tyler Hero's over 19.5 points. Let's keep moving to an identical line, but for a different player. CJ McCollum, take his over 19.5 points, minus 113 on FanDuel. Now, McCollum has hurt us here and there, but he's just far too talented and shoots way too much for his line to be 19.5. I'd probably play this up to 20.5, but I think there's a chance CJ McCollum scores 25 tonight as the Pelicans are at home. They're 1-point favorites. The over-under is 227 as they take on the Sixers. Now, this game projects to be close with a lot of scoring, and Brandon Ingram should still be out here. And Zion Williamson is back, but he's the #1 option on this team. There's no denying that. Zion, I mean, you saw CJ in his press conference. He said the play calling at the end was, give it to Zion and get the heck out the way. Look, I don't expect him to have as great success against PJ Tucker, and Joel Embiid's going to be lurking at the rim. So maybe this is a tougher matchup for Zion. He can still get his. He dropped 43 points last game. CJ still hit his over with 20, but I just don't know if he's going to go absolutely berserk like that. And I think the return of Tyrese Maxey is going to really hurt this Sixers defense. Now, I don't know if Maxey, maybe they bring him off the bench just to ease him into the rotation, but let's be honest, Maxey's going to be out there for 30 minutes, but so is James Harden, so is Joel Embiid. And so is Tobias Harris. So you're going to see probably DeAnthony Melton see a decrease in his minutes. And I argue Melton is their best defender, at least for the wings. And look, McCollum scored 29, 14, 28, 27, and 31 and 20 points in his last 6 games without Zion, hitting this over in 5 of 6. Attempted 20.8 field goal attempts across that time span. If we get CJ McCollum attempted 15 to 20 times, look, I know he's streaky time again, but look, he should be able to get us at least 15 points and probably get over 20 plus points. He's going to shoot some free throws too. And I just think this is a great matchup for him, given that Zion might have a little bit of struggles against PJ Tucker, Tobias Harris, and Joel Embiid down below in the paint. Look, McCollum's shooting too much, the number 2 option on this offense without Brandon Ingram. This should be a high-paced, fast-paced game. I just think this line's a little bit too low. I just think CJ McCollum's far too talented. He's going to shoot enough, and all we have to ask him is to knock down a couple of his shots. Look, 19.5 points, way too low. Give me his over. Let's keep it moving. It's a guy that made us a lot of money a couple nights ago, DeAndre Ayton. I like his over, 30.5 points plus rebounds, minus 120 on points bet. I play this up to 31.5. If you're like, Austin, what about PRAs? If you get PRAs like 33.5, fine with that. If you want to just take a points or rebounds line, love that too. Because look, I think Ayton, and I love both of his points and rebounds. Hence why we're on points plus rebounds. Now, last time we took Ayton's, it was just as over in points, and he cashed both of these lines. He scored 31 points, chipped in 7 rebounds. Now, the rebounds were a little bit low. They played the Wizards, and the Wizards could not miss in the first half, I believe. I think you saw Ayton only have like 1 or 2 rebounds in the first half. We saw last night against this matchup against the Raptors. Saw Steven Adams hit this over at 31 points plus rebounds, and centers have been absolutely feasting versus the Toronto Raptors this season. In fact, just looking at the last 2 games, or 2 weeks or so, you saw Steven Adams with 31 points plus rebounds. Ivica Zubac, 39 points plus rebounds. Joel Embiid, 39. Domantas Sabonis, 41 points plus rebounds. Look, you might argue, oh, Joel Embiid's going to attempt, 25 times more shots than DeAndre Ayton, but in fact, Joel Embiid only attempted 16 field goal attempts. In that group, majority of them were in the 11, 12, 13 range. Now, I think that's the floor for Ayton. I think he at least attempts 12 shots tonight. And if we get the volume that we got last game for Ayton, he should easily be able to cruise over this line. You look at Ayton's last 9 games without Devin Booker, who's again out tonight, going to be out for the next 4 weeks. They're also missing Cam Payne, Cameron Johnson, a bunch of other guys. He's averaged 21 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per game, hitting this over in 5 and 9 games. So pretty good track record. However, 3 of the 4 games he went under. Just didn't play a lot. There were a couple games against Memphis, a very good defensive team. But also, you look at the games you played above 30 minutes, hit this over in 5 of 6 games. And I expect him to play at least 30 minutes tonight. Look, Jaren Jackson Jr. was able to stay out of foul trouble against the Raptors last game. So certainly Ayton can go. I mean, Ayton is a guy that can get into foul trouble here and there, but he's such a big part of this offense, especially without Devin Booker. I don't really think he needs to go out there and, play crazy defense. And with Fred VanVleet potentially out for this game, we could see the Raptors have a different kind of schedule or a different sort of lineup out there. So maybe we don't see Ayton guarding a guy like Pascal Siakam, which is good. Now, Ayton, the reason I'm on points plus rebounds, because we know he could score 25 plus points tonight, but he's also had great rebounding games against this team, averaging 12.5 rebounds per game versus them in his career. He's had 14 plus rebounds in 4 of 8 games. Look, if Ayton goes out there and has a very good rebounding game, maybe he somehow gets into 14 rebounds, pretty sure he hits this over with ease. But look, I'm really confident in Ayton tonight. I think he has a great game again for us. I like his points, like his rebounds over, so I'm just going to combine them. Take points plus rebounds over 30.5. He's a big-time role player, and it's kind of harder to take away a center like Ayton. Not a guy that's going to really post you up a whole lot. Gets a lot of facilitation from his teammates. I think they find him. I think he hits this over 30.5 points plus rebounds. Let's keep it moving. Don't know if this guy will be on the thumbnail or not, but he's certainly on my shirt. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. We're taking his over. 54.5 points, rebounds, and assists, minus 120 on DraftKings. I'd play this up to about 56.5. Now, honestly, this might be the highest line you will ever see me take in any of these videos. And the Greek Freak's got me doing freaky things. But look, Chris Middleton's out. Drew Holiday, unlikely to suit up. While NBA's wacky, Drew Holiday could come randomly back in. He still is coming back from an illness. Who knows how effective he'll be. And Giannis, if both those 2 guys are out, look, he's going to have to do everything. And taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves, a team that struggles to play defense. And look, they played earlier this year. Giannis, 26 points, 14 rebounds, and 11 assists. That's 51 PRAs. Technically, he went under. In that game, Giannis only shot 41.2% from the field, and he missed 10 of his 20 free throws. So a lot left on the plate for him. And that was a game Drew Holiday was active in. And Drew Holiday had 43 PRAs of his own, 24 field goal attempts. So if Drew's out, the volume and the usage rate is going to be ridiculous for Mr. Giannis. And you look at last game, 45 points, 22 rebounds, 7 assists, 74 PRAs last game without Drew and Chris Middleton. And that game, he could have probably gotten 100 PRAs. I mean, he had 39 field goal attempts. He missed a lot of them. 29 potential assists, 29 potential rebounds. Like, he shot 43.6% from the field, missed some free throws too. He had a lot more out there to get. And if Drew Holiday is again out today, Chris Middleton's already out, like, Giannis is going to go berserk. He's attempted 25 plus field goal attempts in 6 games this year. His PRA numbers in those games, 74, 63, 47, 57, 54, and 62. Going over this line in 4 of 6 games, one of the losses coming on the hook. Look, we just saw Zion Williamson drop 43 against this team, and that has really struggled against power forwards. I'm not going to overthink it. Giannis is one of the best there is in the business. I think he has a big night. I think he's over 54.5 PRAs. If you need an individual line, I actually like his assists a lot tonight. I think his rebounds is a decent angle as well. Points, obviously, he's the Greek freak. His point line is 34.5. Yeah, do whatever you want with that. My 5th and final play, though, let's wrap it up. Draymond Green, I like his over 13.5 points plus rebound, or not points plus rebound, rebounds plus assists, minus 110 on points bet. Now, look, you can do PRAs if you want, but we know Draymond. He can go out there and shoot two times. Let's go 2 points. But I really think he's going to have a good time rebounding and assisting tonight. Hence why we're on rebounds plus assists. Now, if you're like Austin, I only can take one of them. Honestly, it's kind of hard to pick one for Draymond, so don't blame me if you don't want to take it at all. I'd lean his assists over, but Draymond's a guy that could go out there and get 10 rebounds, go out there and get 10 assists, and he's going to get at least 4 of the other stat categories. So, look, I think he could easily hit both of his overs, and hopefully he does. Now, Draymond's last 3 games, 26, 15, and 14 rebounds plus assists, playing 35, 35, and 30 minutes. Now, the 35 minutes is great. The 30 minutes you don't love, but that was a back-to-back game. There obviously, he had not been playing a lot of back-to-backs prior to that game, but he had played that one, and they obviously don't blame him for kind of easing him into that game. You don't need to force him out there for 35 minutes, and they won. Now, Draymond has hit this over in 13 of 19 games with 30 or more minutes. Fully expect him to play at least over 30 tonight, given that they're missing Curry, missing Wiggins, and JaMychal Green's now out for a while, missing some other guys as well. And Draymond has played well in his career against the Blazers. His last 3 against them, 18, 20, and 21 rebounds plus assists. We think about the guys that are shooting for the Blazers. Guys like Damian Lillard, Anthony Simons, who I think has a pretty decent night. Those are 2 of the 3 guys that are going to attempt 20-ish field goal attempts each. So there's going to be a lot of rebound chances out there. Draymond's not going to be contesting a lot of those shots. And while he might guard Jeremy Grant's not crashing the offensive boards a whole lot. And he certainly can guard Jeremy Grant as well. Look at the last 3 games. Draymond averaged 16.3 potential assists, 17 potential rebounds. Like both most on the team. He hasn't been getting a lot of assists because the teammates just start knocking down shots, but maybe they start knocking them down tonight. And look, 33.3 potential rebounds and assists the last 3 games. Look, I'll take my chance he can get us out with less than half of those. Just only 14. I think he steps up against the Blazers, a team they have a mini rivalry against. I think he's easily capable of getting 10 rebounds or 10 assists tonight. So I'll take his rebounds and assists angle. I think he has a great night. This should be a close game against the Blazers at home where the teammates should knock down some more shots. I think Draymond has a big night. Those are my 5 plays. Let's dive into them. You can go forward, back, forward, back, forward. You can at least see all the plays, but look, that's what we're rolling with. Time to shout out some COS All-Stars. Hopefully your name's on this list tomorrow. We have a long list. Let's get into them real quick because we need to get out of here. We got Lucas, Josh, Michael, DeCorier, Orlando, Vitalis, Mayan, Cat, Tuck, the homies in. I love that name. Andrew, Home Poster Shop, Shaka, Chuck, Ben, Grizz, Jared, Michael Spencer, Minto Hype, I don't know, Toin, hopefully Elijah, we got Brandon, Bad Guy Matt, we got Nino, Nico, John, Bill, Eric, Nick, Ryan, Luis, Aaron, Ron, Trayvon, Ben, Tyler, Mad Dog, Colby, Slime, Lisa, Joe, Jonathan, Michael, Joe, I don't know, Bryce, Kyle, Lloyd, Corey, Jaquil, Jack, Key, Trey, Sharon, Ethan, Adriel, Brent, C85, Lil Julio, Jim, we got Abe, Brandon, Precious J, Disciple Boy 2000, we got Pepper Jack, Nathan, Phil, Andrew, Lou Crab, Maya, and Golden Moments, Nick, Jay, Raphael, Capper, Geezy, Philippe, and Natik. I don't really know. This has been a long video. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. 5 plays, no added plays. Let's go 5-0. We're bringing out the brooms tomorrow. We'll do something crazy if we go 5-0. Appreciate you guys always for all the support. Let's keep diving in. Let's keep these winning days building up. We might cross 50 units tonight if we have a good night. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.